Alright guys, now let's talk about how to add in a IBUS receiver, something like the Turnkey IA6C, into the Asgard. It gets me every time. The Asgard flight controller. I'll be using a Turnkey Evolution for this example and demonstration, but if you have something else, it should still be very similar. Not only will I show you how to wire everything in, but also I'm going to take you to Betaflight and show you what to turn on and set up in there. So first, let's locate some UART ports. We have two UARTs right here. This one is UART number 6, this one is UART number 1. UART number 3 is actually located on these two small pads here, but there's no point in using those because we have these. So we'll be using one of these. Now UART 6 has a hardware inverter which is located right here. So if you are using a receiver that also has telemetry and the telemetry signal is already inverted and you need to invert it again to uninvert it, then you could place your telemetry right here. Now with that said, if you want, you can also use UART number 6 for IBUS. It doesn't matter. We can use this port or this port, whichever one you want. I'm just saying you might as well leave UART 6 open and available for some other device that may need that inverter. So with that said, I will be using UART number 1. The next thing I need to explain is these connectors that come with the flight controller, the color codes of the wires were completely wrong. I've already gone ahead and swapped mine around, but they were like, ground was on this end, and then I had power on where the blue wire is, and so on and so on. So just take a razor blade, lift these tabs up, pull the wire out, we'll pull them all out and rearrange them. You don't have to rearrange them, just if you don't remember where all the wires go. And whenever you purchase this, it should come with a wiring diagram like mine did. So on both of these connectors, the ground is on the bottom, and then power is the pin just above that. So I'm going to plug this into UART number 1. I've got, and these wires are in the correct color code: ground, power. The blue wire is my IBUS wire, and the yellow wire would be for, that's going to be UART number 1 transmit, but UART ports can only do one thing at a time, and because we are using this, the receive from IBUS, then that means we can't use UART 1 transmit. So you might as well just remove this wire completely, which I will be doing later. I just haven't got around to it. Then for the receiver, I've got ground, power, and this is going to the SBUS pin. I know it says SBUS, but these receivers are also capable of being used with IBUS. Same thing for the other Turnkey receivers. It's going to be the same way. SBUS also does IBUS. If you have any additional questions, I'm going to leave you links to my Turnkey Evolution playlist, and I have videos covering all the different receivers that are compatible with it. So you can just go watch those videos, and that should clear up all your questions. In the Turnkey Evolution, click on this settings thing, or if you have other, some other type of transmitter, and we want to go to output mode. Oops. And make sure you have IBUS selected. It doesn't matter what you have selected on this side, it's going to completely ignore that. Then go back, and then you want to go to RX bind, which is right here. Now with it binding, if you are using the IA6C, you don't have to hold down any buttons or anything like that. All you have to do is just apply power to it. So if I plug in the USB cable, that's going to give 5 volts to the receiver. I don't know if you just heard my transmitter, but it beeped, so it's now bound. If you are using some other type of receiver, there is a button that you have to hold down, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now if we go into Betaflight, we want to connect, then go to ports, and because I connected my receiver to UART number 1, I will turn on serial RX for UART 1, and then save and reboot. Then go to configuration, scroll down, make sure you have serial based receiver enabled, and then choose IBUS. Save and reboot. Now if we go to the receiver tab, you want to move your joysticks around. Roll, pitch, yaw, and throttle should be moving on your screen, and you can also test out any switches you have created. So that's it, we're all done. And that does it for this one, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.